A storied program with a full trophy case to prove it. Lyman Eagle Volleyball is back to serve up another season of high-flying action. Catch every ace, block, dig, and kill when the Eagles are live on MyLocalRadio.com. The 2020 Lyman Volleyball season is underway, and the Eagles are set to make a splash in Cowboy State Volleyball. Lyman Volleyball on My Local Radio is brought to you by T-Bar S Body Shop, Evanston Regional Hospital, Plains Tire, Auto Farm Chevrolet, Hoover Chiropractic, Freeway Tire, West Star Printing, Rocky Mountain Sign, Come On In Casper, Black's Fork Dental, Achieve Sports Medicine. And now we take you courtside with Voice of the Valley, Cullen Holt, for live Eagles volleyball.
Good evening, Lyman Eagle fans. We've got a good one for you from Lyman High School right here in Lyman, Wyoming. My name is Cullen Holt as we welcome you inside of My Local Radio broadcast of this Lyman Volleyball 2020 season. They take on the defending 3A state champs from last year. This will be an excellent test for this Lyman team that comes in with a record of 5-3. Let's get you started with the Big Country Properties pregame show. Big Country Properties, we make it happen. Could not be more thankful to have you tuned in to what will be a very competitive and very entertaining volleyball match right here on MyLocalRadio.com and live on KNYN 99.1 radio as well. We'll step aside and continue the Big Country Properties pregame show when we come back on the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Eagle Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com and K9 Radio.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and Uintah counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
Eagles waiting for their turn to warm up. That is the Rawlins Outlaws on the court right now. If you're watching live on MyLocalRadio.com, if you're listening, we appreciate you tuning in. Rawlins in the red warm-up tops, the long sleeve tops. They are working left to right, warming up on their attacks from the far side. So Rawlins is getting ready. Again, they are the defending 3A state champions after having beaten Worland in the state final in a 3-set sweep, and Worland is the team that Lyman beat last night. So this will be a very competitive matchup. Two very good 3A teams going head-to-head right here on My Local Radio. Rawlins and Lyman is coming up shortly. First, we have the Big Country Properties pregame show. Big Country Properties with broker Bobby Dalzall. This is the scene set as we get you set for what will be a very competitive matchup between Lyman and Rawlins. Pretty good crowd on hand. Everyone social distancing and wearing their masks when necessary. And seems like everybody, especially in this area, has been very good about doing what they have to do to ensure that high school sports continue here in the Bridger Valley. And what a weekend it's been for sports in the Bridger Valley as well. Lyman played this morning. Mountain View did as well in volleyball, as we had that Mountain View win live over Worland this morning. And, of course, last night we had two big football wins as well. Lyman and Rawlins are coming up. This is the Big Country Properties pregame show on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Eagle Volleyball right here on MyLocalRadio.com and K9 Radio. More after this.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
Eagles, Outlaws, it's going down on a Saturday evening. This is game 2 of the day for Lyman, and they are just grinding away early in the season. They have played a lot of games in a short amount of time, and they seem to just keep getting better and better. So I'm excited to see the Eagles face off against the defending state champs. Let's get you to the Coaches Show portion of the Big Country Properties pregame show. Big Country Properties, serving clients in Uinta and Lincoln counties. Big Country Properties, we make it happen. Call Bobby Dalzell today, 307-782-3556. Again, that is Big Country Properties. We're going to catch up with the Eagles head coach, Brescia Hansen. We're about 10 minutes away from first serve. It is also going to be senior night for the Eagles. They're going to honor their 2 volleyball seniors, some golf seniors, and I think the cheer team might get honored tonight as well. I'm not sure. I saw it in the program. So it is senior night for this Eagle volleyball team. We're excited to see them take on Rawlins. And what a matchup to have on senior night. Man, this is a headline matchup between Rawlins and Lyman. And when we come back after the break, we will have Brescia Hansen on the Big Country Properties pregame show. And a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Lyman Eagle volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com and K9 Radio.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
This First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Bridger Valley Sports, also brought to you in part by T-Bar S Body Shop. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call 307-789-2639. And by Black's Fork Dental, providing comprehensive dental services, everything from basic maintenance to dental implants. Call 307-782-3630.
Brescia Hansen joins us now. The Lyman Eagle team had a real good day at the Evanston duels on Saturday and had some real good moments and a big win over Evanston in the morning, too. So, Coach, how are you feeling about your team at this point in the season?
I'm feeling pretty good. When I look at our stats, I always think I'm pretty good on the eye test, but when I look at the stats, I can figure out that sometimes I miss some things. But overall, we passed pretty well on Saturday, even in that Pinedale match that we kind of got worked over in. We passed all right, in serve receive, and so that's a bright point for us. And then with the exception of the Pinedale match, the Mountain View and the Evanston matches, I thought defensively we did a pretty good job. But we just need to get better and more consistent offensively, fighting out more consistently. So that's something we're going to go back to the drawing board and work on this week.
Coach, other than passing, what were some of the other things that you saw that you liked on Saturday? Because that's kind of one of the benefits of these early season duels and tournaments is you really get a chance to see what your team's going to be like.
Yeah, the thing that I liked, defensively I thought we worked really hard, but we did have some miscues, some communication cues, some balls that we should be able to get up that we didn't for various reasons. And so defensively we need a little bit of work too, but I thought that my team was very scrappy and we got involved in some very long rallies and really were able to just work hard together and defensively, and I thought that was a bright spot for us.
Yeah, you mentioned it there. Your team can be so entertaining sometimes because when you think the play is over, someone comes out of nowhere and keeps the ball up, and it makes it really fun to watch. So
my question for you is, what's the plan now? I mean, going into practice and getting ready for another big weekend coming up, what are the things that you guys are going to be doing in practice to try to get better and better?
Well, we didn't practice yesterday on Labor Day, but we did get together last night and watch some film both on the weekend that just happened and the weekend coming up, so we can kind of try to pick some of those things out. And this weekend we missed more serves than we aced. And for me, that's always a big thing. I always hope that those are even, or obviously that we, ace more than we miss. And so we need to work this week on consistent, aggressive serving. And then another thing, I think, like I said, some defensive quirks that we need to work out. Lots of blocks that we didn't get closed, which messes up our defense, so we need to work on blocking. And then, like I said, offensively, being a little more powerful. We need to work on all those things as well. We've got a lot of growth ahead of us for sure.
Coach, that Mountain View match was a really good match, and we got a chance to see just how talented both Bridger Valley teams are. And we also got a little glimpse at what those matchups are going to look like coming down the road here in the season. You guys will see them a couple more times. So what was it like to get a good early season look at them, and how excited are you guys to be able to play them again coming up in the season, maybe to get some revenge?
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to play them early on so that, we can kind of get a look at what they have going on. Last night when we watched film, we watched the end of, the last, from about 1919 on in games 1, 3, and 4, to just kind of see how things went either wrong or right in those clutch moments. And that was just something I was trying to emphasize to my kids, is that we're going to be in a lot of matches like that this year where, it comes down to the end, and, just to be able to be comfortable with that pressure and to just be able to gut it out. But yeah, it's always fun to play Mountain View, and of course we look forward to the other times that we play them this season.
Another big weekend coming up for you guys, and it's not a tournament, but you are going to play a lot of games, 3 games between Friday and Saturday. So first I want to ask you, Friday night, that's going to be senior night for you guys, right?
It was originally going to be senior night, but now I hear they've moved it to Saturday in our later match when we play Rawlins, because they're trying to throw the golfers in with us and do senior night for golf and volleyball all together. And Saturday night is what works best for that. So.
Gotcha. So, and how special will it be for you to honor your seniors?
Well, it'll be great. I mean, obviously it's usually something you do the last home game of the season, but we've opted to do it with the first because the way things are in our world right now, we just don't know. So my seniors are certainly a small group of kids who deserve recognition, and so we want to make sure that we serve them well and do that up front. Just with whatever happens, we have certainly accomplished that. So, yeah, I'm excited for our little senior night that we'll put together for those kids.
Well, we're excited too. Before I let you go, what are the keys this weekend to having another successful couple of days of volleyball?
Well, it's going to be a tough weekend. I mean, Rawlins is the defending state champion. We play them Saturday night. Friday night, we play Warland, who was the state runner-up last year. And then Lander, I don't know exactly where they finished, but they were at state and had some success at that tournament as well. And I mean, it's going to be a tough weekend, and I just hope that my kids are ready to, buy into hard work, and hopefully we can make something special happen in each of those matches.
All right, Coach, we're really excited for another big weekend for you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me.
Yes, thank you too.
That's Brescia Hansen, head coach of the Eagles, and they've got another big weekend coming up, and we'll have it live for you on MyLocalRadio.com.
Man, what a gauntlet of a weekend for this Eagle volleyball team. The state runner-ups on a Friday night, and then the state champs on a Saturday night. So this is a really good weekend. Non-conference play early in the season, and the Eagles are really going to get tested. They beat Warland yesterday. Warland's a good team, and now they've got an even bigger test to take on a Rawlins team that, according to WyoPreps.com's coaches and media rankings, Rawlins is the top team in this Class 3A in the state. So, and no better way for Lyman to get better and to challenge themselves early on than to play a team like Rawlins. And Lyman, I think, will match up close with them. And like Coach Hansen said, she wants her team to play better down the stretch. And and she wants her team to really be comfortable in the clutch moments, and we might see a couple of those here against a team like the Outlaws. That is all coming up next and more on the Big Country Properties pregame show on the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Lyman Eagle Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com and K9 Radio.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and Uintah counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Lyman and Rawlins live on a Saturday evening. Could not be more grateful to have all of you alongside, whether you're watching on MyLocalRadio.com or tuning in on the radio, KNYN 99.1 FM. Let's continue that Big Country Properties pregame show. Big Country Properties, of course, they're serving clients in both Uintah and Lincoln counties. Whether you're buying or selling, you need to contact Bobby Dalzall, the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley. 307-782-3556. Big Country Properties, we make it happen. Eagles coming in with an overall record of 6-3. They beat Lander Valley this morning, so they are currently 2-0 on the weekend, trying to make that 3-0, but they've got quite the test going up against Rawlins. And again, this is senior night, so we were going to honor the seniors in just a few moments, I believe. Whereas the Outlaws come in with an overall record of 5-1. They lost last night. That was their first loss of the season in a close 5-set match against Cheyenne East. Again, Rawlins are the defending 3A state champions, and they go up against the Lyman Eagles tonight. So they are going to announce the seniors for both golf and volleyball here, and so they're going to talk about Kayleen Woodruff, one of the golfers for this Lyman team. And as far as the golf season goes, I mean, they are deep into golf season already. And so she gets to go out there and be honored in front of everybody, get the pictures taken. And I believe they're also going to honor Stockton Walker, who's also a senior on this Lyman golf team. And what a year he has had. And I think today I heard that he finished 6th at the conference event and was all conference as well. So a big congratulations to Stockton Walker. And so they'll honor him shortly, and we're excited to see all these seniors get the send-off they deserve, even though it might not be exactly on the day they thought they were going to get it, as they've moved all these senior days up in the season to a lot earlier. So yeah, there is Stockton Walker, and he is a senior. And again, he's had such a good season for this Lyman team.
After graduation, he plans to serve a full-time mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and go to college.
Then they're going to honor the volleyball seniors as well, and there are 3 of them. So he's there with his parents, which there's a volleyball connection there too. And Courtney Walker comes off the volleyball bench to stand with him, and so Lyman Sports, a family affair. And again, Stockton Walker, big congratulations to him and the finish that he had at the conference event. And yeah, that was the athletic director, Jason Hansen, announcing it right there. He was all conference today, so a big congratulations to Stockton Walker. And they're also going to honor the volleyball managers that are seniors. So we'll talk about those for a little bit. Again, Lyman is having themselves a very good season on the court so far this year. I mean, this is a team that played very tough last weekend at the Evanston duels. They got a big win over Evanston in the morning and then played 2 very tough teams back-to-back. going up against Pinedale. They put up a good fight against Pinedale, and then in the third place game, they got swept by Mountain View, but each one of those sets was close, and you heard Brescia Hansen talk about it in the interview with her earlier in this Big Country Properties pregame show. She wants her team to feel just a little bit more comfortable in those close moments because that Mountain View game was a lot closer than the final score showed because Lyman was in every single one of those sets, and that bodes well for Bridger Valley Athletics fans all the way down the road because these two teams, Lyman and Mountain View, are going to meet a couple more times at least throughout the rest of the season. We'll have those live for you on MyLocalRadio.com and maybe on the traditional radio too. We'll see, but we will definitely have coverage of both of those games, so don't you worry. We are getting set for Rawlins and Lyman in just a few moments. They are going to announce the volleyball seniors. Brooklyn Walker, the setter.
Brooklyn is the daughter of Dustin and Sandy Walker. After graduation, Brooklyn will
she has had a very good year for Lyman.
Park ranger and get attacked by a bear. And
so Brooklyn Walker is kind of the quarterback for this entire Lyman offense. And she's won our McKay Franklin Precision Play of the Game before, I believe, so Brooklyn Walker has definitely gotten off to a strong start here.
Our kids in 60 years and plan revenge on those who have done us wrong. She would like to thank her parents and grandparents.
So it was a big weekend for Bridger Valley Athletics. Football last night, Mountain View went on the road and got a huge win against Lovell. I mean, Lovell was the top-ranked team in the state. Mountain View was number 2 in the WyoPreps.com Coaches and Media poll. And Mountain View got a 12-9 victory on the road in Lovell. Lyman had an awesome day on the football field. They traveled to Cokeville, who is also a team that got votes in that top 5 ranking, and they went out and shut them out, 16-0. The defense with 5 takeaways in that game. So it was quite the day for Bridger Valley Athletics and Bridger Valley football. That right there is Emma Nelson. She has contributed for this team a lot too. I mean, she's an outside attacker, an outside hitter that when she makes good contact, she can be very dangerous. So Emma Nelson getting honored. Be a big week for football again next week. I mean, that 2A class is tough top to bottom, and there will be no games off for Lyman or Mountain View all the way until they meet in the final game of the season. I got to say, there are a couple of fans, maybe 3 rows in front of me, that have the stadium seats that say fan club, and they say Buffalo and Eagle, and have the Mountain View and Lyman logos on it. I love that. Bridger Valley Athletics, so much to be a fan of and so much talent in here. And the last season that, or the last senior that they are going to honor here is going to be Kenzie Sill.
Last but not least, her team. Thank you for playing, winning, losing, and laughing with her. She loves you guys. Emma Nelson.
That is Emma Nelson. They each get a little gift bag.
And our last senior,
and a bio is read about them. And then here is Kenzie Sill. 3 seniors on this Lyman roster, and that's got to be scary for the rest of Class 3A because this Lyman team is good already, and they are young. I mean, very young. Bryce Hansen is a junior. Charles E. Rose is a junior. I mean, all these girls are going to be honored on Senior Day next year. And this Lyman team is just going to keep getting better and better, and they are already this good. So they are talented, they are young, and they are deep as well. So lots of options for Coach Brescia Hansen. So, but that's Kenzie Sill, and those are the 3 active seniors, and then the 2 managers for this volleyball team as well. So Senior Day happened a little earlier than normal, but a nice touch to honor everybody and get them going in a big game against Rawlins. We'll step aside when we come back. We will have first serve for you from Lyman and Rawlins right here at Lyman High School on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Eagle Volleyball on My Local Radio.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Eagles! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Back at Lyman High School. We'll play best of 5. Rawlins on the left side. They're in the red jerseys with the black shorts. And Lyman will be on the right side in the all-black uniforms. Their libero will wear white. As we take you to the Bridger Valley Electric starting lineups as projected. Brooklyn Walker, the setter. Bryce Hanson, Charles E. Rose is the libero. Sage Bradshaw and Kendall Dickerson. And it looks like Nelson will get the start as well. So that is the Bridger Valley Electric starting lineups right here on the Big Country Properties pregame show. Bridger Valley Electric, a Touchstone Electric cooperative. And again, this is a team that made a little run in the regional tournament, taking on a team that won the state championship in 3A last year. A 6-3 team and a 5-1 team. Lyman and Rawlins. Eagles will break the huddle again. Rawlins will serve to start things off. They will go left to right wearing the red. I do not see a different colored jersey for them, so their libero is not marked as far as I can see at the moment. Rawlins and Lyman live on MyLocalRadio.com and K9 Radio. We appreciate you tuning in, and a big thank you to all of our sponsors as well. And we are underway with the first serve coming from the Outlaws. Eagles will try to attack. It's Sage Bradshaw who gets it over. First serve came from Jesse Jerome. Big swing near side attack for Rawlins. Brooke Palmer gets it over and sends it out of play. And so Lyman will strike first. They get the point and lead 1-0 on that Benedict Say's scoreboard. And it's Sage Bradshaw back to serve for the Eagles as they lead by 1. Bradshaw jump serve, gets it over, top spin, back row receive for Allie Edwards. Attack from the middle from Rawlins off the block, and here come the Eagles. Bradshaw sets up near side. Bryce Hanson off the block, handled in the up by Mackenzie Earl. And at the net, it is going to be pushed over. Kendall Dickerson wins it for the Eagles on a 50-50 ball above the tape, and it's 2-0 Eagles on the Benedict Say's board. Here comes Sage Bradshaw to serve again. Bradshaw up and over, good topspin serve, goes back corner to the near side. It was dug up by Melise Morgan. Far side attack, Charles E. Rose gets it in the air, too high off the roof. It comes down too quickly, and the Eagles can't handle it. Side out, Rawlins is back to serve. This will be Brooke Palmer at the line for the Outlaws. She is the senior, and she serves. Top spin, landing down where Charles E. Rose will have the serve received. Bradshaw sets up Hanson with a big kill. Bryce Hanson from the near side. Boy, Bryce Hanson, so much power and a lot of volleyball smarts, too, in that one, and she is a junior. Far side serve now, Charles E. Rose. Fires it down. Rawlins with the attack from the far side. Allie Edwards into the net, and it's point Eagles, 4-1 in favor of Lyman on that Benedict Say's board. Rose will serve again for Lyman. Charles E. Rose from that far corner. It hits the tape and falls on the Eagles' side, so it will be a side out for Rawlins once again. They trail by 2 on the Benedict Say's board. And back to serve from the near side will be Allie Edwards. Edwards, also the senior. This is a senior heavy roster, so lots of experience from last year as well when they won that state championship. And they are ranked #1 by YO Preps at the moment. That is up and over for Bryce Hansen for the Eagles. Rawlins looking to return, and a big attack by Mackenzie Earl finds its way to the floor. And now it's just a 1-point game. Rawlins down 4-3 on the Benedict's ace board. This serve is actually Maddie Wright, so misidentified just moments ago, but Maddie Wright serving for the Eagles. Bryce Hansen, big attack, dug up, back row by Brooke Palmer, and a big swing for Rawlins. There's a kill for Allie Edwards. Edwards far side ties things up 4-all on the Benedict's ace board, and still serving is Maddie Wright. Wright just over the net. Serve receive near side for Hansen. They set up middle. The attack for the Eagles goes over. Rollins looking to answer. That was a big swing for Edwards. Walker gets it in the air. Hansen with a strong attack from the near side. Far side, Edwards tries again. Charlie Rose digs it up. Walker sets up. Hansen charging, firing, and that one is going to knock over a Rollins player, and a big kill for Bryce Hansen. Boy, does she have a lot of power. So Walker will serve now for Lyman, the team wearing black. Right to left they go. 5-4 Eagles on the Benedict's ace board. Walker, soft approach, and a floating serve that is received on a diving attempt by Jerome, and Rollins will just have to pass it over. Here comes Lyman in transition. Rose to Walker to Hansen, off the block. Rollins will keep it alive for now. Punched over by Earl, and the Eagles in transition. They set up again. Hansen gets it over along the near sideline, dug up by Jerome. Set across to Edwards, off the block, and down. Edwards kills for Rollins. We're tied 5-all on the Benedict's ace board. And Mackenzie Earl, the senior, is back to serve for Rollins. Fires it over. Serve receive by Sage Bradshaw. And now Bryce Hansen goes up for it. Cross court. One touch, it's right back to the Lyman side of things. Walker back set over there. That is going to be Nelson who fires it over. And Rollins touches it up a couple times and then loses it. 6-5 Lyman on the Benedict's ace board. Bryce Hansen serves now. A little too much on that one. Sails out past the back line, and we're level again at 6 apiece. Serve for Allie Edwards. Received by Bryce Hansen. Walker sets up near side. Bradshaw, big swing on the approach. Rollins handles it off the block. That's a tip, and diving across to try to get it was Charlie Rose. She couldn't get there in time, and now Rollins takes their first lead of the game. They're up 7-6 on the Benedict's ace board. Here in set number 1, playing best of 5 between Rollins and Lyman. Edwards serves for the second time. Approach and jump serve into the net. We tie things up at 7 apiece, and Lyman will side out, given the point on the service error by Allie Edwards. And into the game to serve now for the Eagles is going to be Ashton Wells. She gets it over. And that one is a big kill for Rollins. They retake the lead 8-7 and get it back to serve. 2 substitutions coming on for the Outlaws. It's going to be Maddie Wright. And then into the game and back to serve will be Brooke Palmer. Excuse me, scratch that. That's not a 6, that's an 8. Melise Morgan will serve. So Morgan at the line. Her team up by 1 on the Benedict's ace board, 8-7. Rollins gets it over. Here's Brooklyn Walker on the return. Attack for Sill. Close to the net, and it's too tight. Mackenzie Earl couldn't get there for Rollins. It goes off the net and down to the floor. Point Eagles, and we're tied again at 8 apiece. Back and forth we go. Into the game and back to serve is Raven Heaton for this Lyman team. Heaton fires it over. That is in the air. Set up, middle. Big attack off the block. Hansen tracks it down on the back line. Sage Bradshaw, cross court and down. The kill for Sage Bradshaw puts the Eagles back in front 9-8 on the Benedict's ace scoreboard. So Heaton will serve again, and Raven Heaton has had a pretty good year at the serving line thus far for Lyman. She rotates in a lot to serve for this Eagle team. Set up far side, attack coming from right. Eagles handle it. Walker sets up tight at the net. It was poked at by Dickerson, but back on the Lyman side. Bryce Hansen back row attack. This is just going to be a free ball. No, it's not. Lyman lets it drop. A little bit of a miscommunication, And it looked like Allie Edwards and Jessie Jerome couldn't get on the same page. It was going to have to be a free ball, and they just couldn't decide who was going to do it. So Heaton serves again. This time her team leads by 2. That's a short serve in the air and into the net. Lands on the Rawlins side, and that'll be a service ace for Heaton. Brooke Palmer got a hand on it, diving forward, but it just wasn't enough. 11-8, the 3-point lead on the Benedict Sace board for Lyman. Here in set number 1, Heaton's serve received by Palmer. They're going to set it up near side. Big swing from Jerome, dug up by Hanson. Walker sets up Bradshaw near side, tips it across. One touch there for Palmer. Again near side, that's Jerome. Eagles handle it easily. Set up Bradshaw near side. Across she goes. Palmer with the dig up. Palmer with the attack as she gets it right back from her setter, and it's dug by Hanson. Hanson back row attack off the block. It's up by Edwards. Middle attack for Rawlins, and that one is down. Maddie Wright gets the kill for the Outlaws and gets the side out as well. It's 11-9 Eagles on the Benedict Sace scoreboard. This is going to be a really good back and forth matchup all evening long. I can just feel it. Rawlins down by 2. This serve comes from Jessie Jerome. Tickles the top of the tape and gets across. Bradshaw with a soft attack from the near side. Bradshaw again at the net, tries to pound it right back down, and she does. Sage Bradshaw winning it at the net, and it is 12-9. Eagles lead back to 3 on the Benedict Sace scoreboard. And Bradshaw heads back to serve after earning the point for the Eagles. Bradshaw approaches, top spin, jump serve, one touch right back over, and Bryce Hanson was waiting for it, punched it right back down, and Bryce Hanson makes it a 4-point Eagle lead. Man, the Eagles have played tough at the net thus far. And a good serve from Sage Bradshaw, too, not allowing Rawlins to get the control on it that they wanted. 13-9 Eagles on the Benedict Sace board. Bradshaw, another jump serve. That top spin is going to miss just a bit wide left of the near side boundary. And so 13-10 is the lead for the Eagles as Rawlins sides out, gets it back. And here comes Brooke Palmer to the serving line. So Palmer, standing at the basketball baseline, will approach here. Palmer, 2 steps, fires it over. That was Hanson on the serve receive. Big swing from Dickerson. Palmer is able to get it up in the air where Edwards just passes it across to Earl. Eagles in transition. Attack near side. Hanson. That was 2 up, and Hanson drills it off the block and down. 14-11, or 14-10, excuse me. Eagles leading. And it is going to be some substitutions here for the Eagles. On comes Emma Nelson. And back to serve goes Charlesie Rose, the libero. Rose from the far side. Back row serve receive for Rawlins. Allie Edwards attacks far side, and it's off the arms of Bradshaw and out of play. Into the wall. Big kill for Allie Edwards, and it's a 3-point lead for the Eagles once again. 14-11 on the Benedict Sace board. We are in set number 1 of a best of 5. Maddie Wright will serve. Wright gets it over. Serve receive for Bradshaw. Walker sets up middle. Nelson had it get blocked, and so the Lyman Eagles will try again. That time Bryce Hanson with a big attack. Dug up by Maddie Wright. This will have to be a free ball, and they can't get it over in 3 hits. 15-11. Eagles leading against the defending 3A state champions early on. Got to keep the foot on the gas pedal as Brooklyn Walker goes back to serve, and into the game comes Kenzie Sill as she replaces Raven Heaton. Serve receive back row. That was Palmer. Big attack for Edwards. She's blocked on the first try, and they'll have to try again. This time from the far side, Rawlins sends it out of play. Skylar Young on the attack, and she put it too far across court and out of bounds. Scoreboard here says 16-11, and it does on our Benedict Sace scoreboard as well, as the serve from Walker misses long. 16-12 goes the score. And so this is Mackenzie Earl on the serve for the Outlaws. Walker sets up near side, charging Hanson. Off the block, somehow dug up by Rawlins, and they get it back over on the attack by Palmer. Eagles now scrambling. This will be a long attack for Hanson. That is blocked, and the Eagles try again. This time from the middle. Nelson just puts a top spin on it, lands it on the back row, and here comes Rawlins. Back set. Edwards with a big attack, dug up by Bradshaw with a set. And then Hanson will just set it across. Palmer attacks down. Good dig by Charles E. Rose. And it's just a free ball over from Nelson. Tipped right back. Charles E. Rose was there waiting for it, and it's a tip by Walker. Back and forth we go. And at the net, it is Skylar Young who tips it down for Rawlins and earns the point for the Outlaws. It's a 3-point lead for the Eagles, 16-13 on the Benedict's ace board. Earl serving again. That's a line drive serve. It ricochets off the arms of Bradshaw and into the back wall. The lead is down to 2 for the Eagles now. And Mackenzie Earl will serve again for the Outlaws. Left to right they go. They're wearing the red tops and the black shorts with the black neck gaiters around the neck. Two-step approach. That one goes short. Diving in out of nowhere was Bradshaw to get it up. Charles E. Rose just passes it over. And now Rawlins has another miscommunication. They run into the net as Jesse Jerome was trying to get there in time off the serve receive. And it's Lyman point 17-14. And back to serve goes Bryce Hansen. Hansen jump serve, floats one over. That was a good serve. Rawlins will just have to free ball it from the back row. Lyman can set up in transition if they want. Walker will have her choice of sets. She sets up middle. Nelson fires it over, and another miscommunication on the Rawlins side. That ball falls between two players in red jerseys, and it's 18-14. This Rawlins team is so talented, but there have been a couple times where they just weren't talking the way they should, and I assume by the end of this match, they'll have cleaned that up. Bryce Hansen, short floater, charging in to dig it up is Rawlins, and a tip over, up by Bradshaw. Far side attack, that is Kenzie Sill getting it cross court and over. Rawlins attacks Palmer, cross court, too far and out of play. Lyman gets the point, 19-14 on the Benedict's ace board. And a timeout called by Rawlins. 5-point lead for the Eagles on that Benedict's ace scoreboard. We'll step aside on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Lyman Eagle Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com and KNYN.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
This is a 19-14 lead for the Lyman Eagles over the defending state champs. Here in set number 1, Lyman will have the service. Bryce Hansen will be at the line still. Head coach Brescia Hansen said she wants her team to get more comfortable with close matches, tight sets, and clutch moments. There will be some of those against Rawlins here. Good serve by Hansen. Up, they set up far side. Palmer, big attack off the block. It will be a net touch called against Rawlins, and the violation is Jesse Jerome's. 20-14, Lyman with a 6-point lead on the Benedict's ace board. Hansen, short floater. Serve received by Rawlins. Palmer tries the attack again. That time it's off the block and down. Right through the hands of the Eagle wall. And so it's 20-15 as Allie Edwards goes back to serve. Edwards from the Y in Lyman, written across the baseline of the basketball court here at Lyman High School. On the serve receive, Eagles have a little trouble with it, and that is a very good over ball by Sage Bradshaw. That is the second time we've seen Bradshaw do that. It's just a free ball pass, and instead of pushing it to the back line, as is typical, she just puts this crazy topspin on it with a pass that drops right in front of the 10-foot line. It's very hard to return. Very good serve there for the Eagles, and it's going to be an ace, a big block by Dickerson. Secures the point for the Eagles, 22-15. When we come back, it will be Ashton Wells continuing to serve, and Lyman will have a 22-15 lead on the Benedict's ace board and a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Eagle Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com and KNYN.
This First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Bridger Valley Sports, also brought to you in part by
Freeway Tire. With a friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service, and great prices come together. Call Freeway Tire at 307-789-8632. And by Hoover Chiropractic. Dr. Todd Hoover does all of the chiropractic work you need, as well as blood work, dietary supplements, a weight loss program, x-rays, and can help you get rid of migraines and allergies. Call Hoover Chiropractic at 307-789-0043.
The Lyman lead. That is a good serve by Wells. Rawlins attacking. Big swing for Brooke Palmer. Near side, Sage Bradshaw through the block and down. Sage Bradshaw with the kill. 23-15 on the Benedict's ace board. Another serve for Ashton Wells. She is a freshman. Good floating serve. That is a tip, and a good tip at that. Mackenzie Earl catches Lyman sleeping and earns the side out. 23-16 is the Eagle lead here on the Benedict's ace board in set number 1. Couple substitutions for the Outlaws. One of them being the new server, which is Melise Morgan. Morgan bounces it a few times. 2 steps on the approach, gets it over. Serve receive for Hansen, middle of the back row. Walker having to come out of position to pass it up to Sage Bradshaw. She goes off the block and out. Point Eagles, and it'll be set point number 1. And into the game to serve comes Raven Heaton. A couple of good serves earlier in this set. She will stand on the far side of the basketball key. 2 steps, good top spin. Back row received by Edwards, and now it'll just be a free ball over from Jerome. Walker sets up near side. Bradshaw off the block, off the hands of Melise Morgan, and out. Lyman takes set number 1, and they have a 1-0 lead on the Benedict's ace board against the defending state champs. We head to a break. When we come back, we will have set number 2 for you on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Lyman Eagle Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com and K9 Radio.
When you're looking for one location that is centrally located in Wyoming to host a business meeting or corporate retreat, always consider the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper first. With meeting rooms and amenities that everyone can enjoy at the Come On In is the best place to host events. The rustic decor, fireplaces, jacuzzis, pool, and large indoor atrium will make your event memorable. Call today and find out the ways we can help make your event a success. Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper. Call 307-472-6300.
Evanston Regional Hospital is an affiliate of the University of Utah Health. Our partnership builds on a long tradition of collaboration between Evanston Regional Hospital and University of Utah Health. Inside these doors, our dedicated staff is committed to being your caring partner in your healthcare journey. Whether you need an MRI or surgery, are expecting a new baby, or you're having a heart attack, Evanston Regional Hospital is here to help. Evanston Regional Hospital. Healing begins here.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds. Plus job listings, fun giveaways, and more. It's all on MyLocalRadio.com. Watch live as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches, catch up on local and regional news, and get accurate weather conditions and forecasts. Visit MyLocalRadio.com, like us on Facebook, and stream it all now.
When your vehicle needs new tires, any tire store can get you back on the road. But only Plains Tire can get you rolling again with the peace of mind that you were treated well, paid a fair price, and that you'll be taken care of for the life of the tire. At Plains Tire, trained tire technicians mount and expertly balance your new tires, replace the valve stems, and hand check each lug nut to make sure it's all tight and secure. Plus, you'll get lifetime alignment checks and tire rotations only at Plains Tire, 157 Bear River Drive, Evanston. Visit plainstire.com.
The Eagles have themselves a 1-0 lead, 25-16 the final on that Benedict ace board in set number 1. Eagles will serve first. Raven Heaton will be at the line. They're up a set on the defending state champs. Heaton serves it, top spin, and here comes Rawlins in transition. Big attack by Maddie Wright. Eagles are scrambling. Charles E. Rose will just have a free ball that lands short. Tipped right back over by Earl. Here come the Eagles again. Walker sets up Bradshaw. Near side goes cross court. Dug up there by Brooke Palmer. Here comes Rawlins near side. That was Jerome on the attack. Walker sets up. This time Bradshaw near side through the block. Edwards dives and keeps it alive. Free ball over from Rawlins. Lyman in transition. Walker now sets up middle. Dickerson, big swing. It was touched on the way out, and it's a kill for Dickerson. Lyman strikes first. 1-0 on the Benedict Ace board to start set number 2 with the Eagles up by a set. Here on My Local Radio, I'm Cullen Holt. Appreciate you tuning in on a Saturday evening. Full day of Bridger Valley volleyball for us here at My Local Radio as Heaton gets it over. Good top spin serve, and there's a service ace for Raven Heaton. Went right off the hands of the middle back for Rawlins. Heaton goes right back to the same place, but this time Brooke Palmer gets it up. Near side, Jerome pushes it out of bounds for Rawlins, and it's another point for the Eagles, up 3-0. And Lyman has all the momentum at the moment. We'll see if they can keep it. Here comes Heaton. Fourth serve in a row to start this set. Short approach, gets it over. Received by Palmer. Set up, middle. Big attack for what looked like Palmer. And now Rawlins will look to get it back over again after the over from the Eagles. Palmer fires it down. Bryce Hansen digs it up. Walker sets up. Bradshaw near side. Off the block and down. Sage Bradshaw does it again. 4-zip Eagles. And here's Heaton. Heaton up and over. Top spin. Edwards receives. This set comes from Jerome all the way across to Maddie Wright, and she finishes the job. Gets Rawlins on the board here in the second set. Makes it 4-1 on the Benedict Ace board. Eagles leading. And here comes Jesse Jerome to serve for the Outlaws. In the red, going left to right. At the line, jump serve. Walker sets up. Dickerson near side off the block. And it's Hansen who gets it in the air for Lyman. Bradshaw just a pass back over. Attack near side. Big one for Palmer. And it's right down the line and in. 4-2 Eagles as Rawlins has started to come to life in the second set. Jerome serves again, the junior at the line. Jump serve, floater, not much spin to it. Hansen able to get it in the air. Walker chases it down. Dickerson fires it over. It's Edwards who dives in to dig it up, and it goes into the net. Point Eagles, 5-2. Bradshaw will serve now for Lyman. Standing at the edge of the E on Eagles, baseline of the basketball court. Serve receive. Here comes Rawlins in transition. Mackenzie Earl with a big swing, and she gets the point with a kill. 5-3 Eagles leading on the Benedict Ace board. Serve on the way for Palmer. Brooke Palmer gets it up and over. Charles E. Rose the first to touch it. Walker sets up. Hansen off the block. Hansen keeps it in the air, and they're going to say that's a lift. A carry for Bryce Hansen, it looks like. 5-4. It's a 1-point game. Palmer will serve again. Palmer over. Received by Bradshaw. Walker backs at Dickerson. Far side. Too much on it. Just missed off the opposite back corner. And we are level at 5 apiece on the Benedict Ace scoreboard. Brooke Palmer serves it into the net. Lyman retakes the lead. 6-5 advantage on that Benedict Ace board. Charles E. Rose will serve. Dickerson has a seat. And Rose backed up against the back wall here in the gym. Long approach. Good top spin jump serve. Was Maddie Wright getting underneath it. Edwards on the attack. Hansen digs it. Walker sets up Hansen near side. Big kill into the waiting arms of Jerome, who was knocked backwards. But she got it up enough for the Outlaws to get it back over. That's a free ball over from Hansen. And now Jerome sets up. Big swing for Maddie Wright, and she's able to kill it for the Outlaws. 6-all. And now Maddie Wright will be at the line serving. In a tie game on the Benedict Ace board. Set number 2, Eagles up by a set here in this one. Maddie Wright serves it just over the net. Bradshaw in the air. Her setter, Walker, has it easily. Sets up Hansen near side. Allie Edwards with the dig. Now they set up back set. Earl fires it down onto the waiting arms of Bradshaw. Middle, Nelson gets it over. And on 2 touches, that's going to go out of bounds for Rawlins. And it's a point Eagles. Rotation for both teams. Into the game to replace Raven Heaton comes Kenzie Sill, one of the 3 seniors honored earlier in the senior night festivities before this big game against Rawlins. So to serve it away is going to be Brooklyn Walker. It's a serve that it comes up too short into the net. 7-all. And Mackenzie Earl will serve for the Outlaws. Earl, top spin, lands short where Charles E. Rose gets it in the air. Walker will just pass it up. Hansen off the block. Rose gets it right back in the air. Set up from Nelson. Hansen, second try. That time goes through and down. 8-7 Eagles. And now Hansen will serve. Bryce Hansen. The approach, and it's off the side of the arms of Jessie Jerome, who looked at her arms as if to wonder what happened. Must have just miscalculated there. But Bryce Hansen put a good spin on it, too. This one will land short. Rawlins gets it in the air on the touch by Young. It's just a free ball over by Edwards. Walker sets up near side. Bradshaw, big swing. Was it touched? No. Point goes to Rawlins as it heads out of bounds. And Allie Edwards serves now for the Outlaws. Edwards jump serve over, received by Hansen far side. Walker sets up to that far side. It was a back set. And Nelson on the attack. Dug up by Rawlins from the middle. That's Jessie Jerome getting it over. Tipped by Walker. Touched the top of the tape. And somehow with one hand, Jerome is able to get it back over. Another attack. This time Kenzie Sill. And it's touched out of play. Mackenzie Earl was the only one to get a hand on it. And so it will be point Eagles. And they are back in front. 10-8 is the score. Eagles leading on the Benedict Ace board. And here comes Ashton Wells. Serving for Lyman. Fires it over. Earl will set it up. Far side. Big attack for Palmer. Too far and out of play. Eagles will stay with the serve. They lead 11-8. Fired over by Wells. Serve received, Jackie Garcia. Palmer with the attack into the net. And it's a point for the Eagles. They lead by 4 now on the Benedict Ace scoreboard, 12-8. And it's a timeout for Rawlins. 4-point lead on the Benedict Ace board for the Eagles. You're watching and tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Eagle Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com and K9 Radio.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Eagles still huddled up on that far side. They lead by 4. Now they break the huddle, and wearing the all black, they will go right to left with the serve, and it's Ashton Wells. Up 12-8 on the Benedict Ace board here in the second set with Lyman on top, 1-0. Wells gets the signal from the official in the crow's nest and serves it into the net. 12-9 goes the lead for Lyman. And so here comes a serve for Rawlins, and into the game, back to the line, goes Melise Morgan. Morgan fires it over. Received by Bradshaw. Walker in the air. Bradshaw attacks near side, right down the line, and she tucks it within the sideline. That's a point for the Eagles, 13-9. Nobody was home for Rawlins. And Raven Heaton will rotate into the game to serve. She replaces Kenzie Sill. So Heaton, one-step approach, gets it over. Diving serve receive, attack from the far side for Maddie Wright in the air. Walker sets up Bradshaw near side through the block, off the block and out. And so it is a 5-point lead for the Eagles. Heaton will serve again here in the second set. Rawlins is ranked number 1 by WyoPrep's coaches and media poll. Raven Heaton, her team has a 5-point lead. Serves it over for the Eagles. Rawlins trying to respond. That was Palmer. Walker sets up Bradshaw near side over the top of the block. Rawlins is there. Here they come in transition. Big swing for Morgan Lone, and it is out of play. Lone misfires. It's a 6-point lead for the Eagles. 15-9 on the Benedict Ace scoreboard. Heaton will serve again. Heaton, 2 steps, floats this one over. Edwards, that's Earl setting it up middle, big swing for Palmer, and it's just barely out. That was a good swing, too. Just needed to put it an inch or two further closer to her. And so it's 16-9 on the Benedict's ace board. Walker fired back over for Rawlins, and Palmer. Too much on that one as well. 17-9. Substitution for Rawlins. Out goes Morgan Lawn, and on comes Jesse Jerome. Heaton will serve again for the Eagles. Up by 8. Heaton gets it over. Topspin, Earl in the air. Palmer sets it up. Earl, back row attack off the block. Kept alive for a moment. That is going to be at the net. Tipped down by Palmer, and the Eagles are handling it easily. Bradshaw fires it over. Cross court. Was it touched? No, and it goes out of bounds. Too far. 17-10 goes the score. Eagle lead down to 7 on the Benedict's ace scoreboard as Jesse Jerome goes to the line for the Outlaws. Jerome jump serve. First to touch it there is Bryce Hansen. Near side, Bradshaw fires it and going to miss wide left of the near sideline. 17-11. Now Rawlins is threatening. They've got a good server at the line too in Jesse Jerome, the junior. Top spin over. Charles E. Rose is there, tight to the net. Kept up for a moment by Walker, but that is 4 touches by the Eagles, and it's a point for Rawlins. Here comes Jesse Jerome again, having cut the lead down to 5. Jerome off the top of the tape. Somehow Dickerson is able to get it up and back over to Rawlins. Here they come in transition. Earl through the block and down at the feet of Bryce Hansen. 17-13. The Eagles' lead is slowly getting smaller, and now Lyman will call a timeout. We'll be back in just a moment on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Lyman Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com and KNYN 91.1 FM.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Eagles! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
With the Eagles leading 17-13 here in the second set, they are up 1-0, having taken the first by a final of 25-16. This is Jesse Jerome still serving, and that serve too long and out of play. Lyman gets the side out, gifted a point by the Rawlins service error, and it's 18-13 Eagles. Sage Bradshaw will serve from the near side of the serving line. Bradshaw approaches, jumps, and fires short. Off the top tape, it lands on the Eagles side. Tough missed serve for Lyman. Here comes Brooke Palmer to serve now for the Outlaws. Down by 4. Jump serve, gets it over. Bradshaw to Walker to Dickerson. Big swing off the block, kept up by Palmer. That is close to the net, and it's tipped over, helped over by Allie Edwards, and she earns the point for Rawlins. It's a 3-point lead for the Eagles. 18-15 on the Benedict's ace board. Here comes Palmer again. Over, received by Bradshaw, tight to the net. Walker sets up, Bryce Hansen, near side, big swing, dug up back row. Rawlins attacks, soft touch from Earl. Right back over, Eagles tip it back, and Allie Edwards punches it down. 2-point lead for the Eagles. Rawlins has slowly clawed their way back into this one. Brooke Palmer from the basketball baseline. Approaches and serves. Charles E. Rose first to touch it, close to the net, kept in by Walker. From the back row, that was Sage Bradshaw getting over. Palmer sets up middle, off the hands and down. Maddie Wright with the kill. 1-point game. Rawlins continues to serve. Good crowd on hand for this one. That's Wright getting it over. Charles E. Rose reaches down for it. It goes up at the net, and Maddie Wright buries it for Rawlins. We are tied 18-all on the Benedict's ace scoreboard. Brooke Palmer still serving, trying to give her team the lead. Charles E. Rose dives to a knee. Walker sets it up. Hansen, soft touch, pancake dig, and Rawlins can't keep it up. 19-18. Eagles holding tight to a lead. Charles E. Rose will serve. The junior bounces it and approaches. Jump serve. Line drive, one touch back to the Lyman side. Batted back over, and here comes an attack by Earl. Finessed over. Sage Bradshaw is able to dig it up. Bryce Hansen swing off the block and down. 20-18, Lyman leads. Late in the second set, they took set number 1 already. Trying to give themselves a 2-0 lead in the sets column. Rose approaches and serves. And it's an ace! Off the outstretched hands of Melise Morgan and out of play, 21-18. The momentum starting to shift back to the Lyman side after Rawlins came all the way back to tie it at 18. 3 unanswered here for the Eagles. Rose fires it over. Serve receive for Rawlins. Palmer sets up middle. That is Earl. She is blocked. Going up and winning the battle is Emma Nelson. 22-18. Rose will serve again, but not until after a timeout by the Outlaws. 22-18 Eagles on the Benedict Ace board. We'll be back with more on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Eagle Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com and KNYN 99.1.
This First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Bridger Valley Sports, also brought to you in part by Freeway Tire. With a friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service, and great prices come together. Call Freeway Tire at 307-789-8632. And by Hoover Chiropractic. Dr. Todd Hoover does all of the chiropractic work you need, as well as blood work, dietary supplements, a weight loss program, x-rays, and can help you get rid of migraines and allergies. Call Hoover Chiropractic at 307-789-0043.
Four-point lead for the Eagles. Rose is at the line for Lyman. Set number 2, Eagles up 1-0. Running start, jump serve in the air by Melise Morgan. Attack for Edwards, soft touch in the air, Nelson. Walker just passes it up, and it's poked over for Bryce Hansen. Here comes Rawlins in transition, right off the hands of Rose and down. Rawlins sides out. They trail by 3, 22-19. And now Wright will serve. Maddie Wright at the line. The senior. One step into the net, and the Eagles have got themselves a 4-point lead again, 23-19. And now the Eagles will serve. 2 points away from taking the second set as well. Brooklyn Walker fires it over. Palmer in the air. Excuse me, that was Jerome. Allie Edwards with the attack. It goes off the block and lands on the Lyman side. Side out again for Rawlins, down 3. Mackenzie Earl at the line for the team in red. That will be short. Charles E. Rose gets it in the air. And that's Sage Bradshaw from the back row. Edwards sets up far side, Jerome, and it's touched out by Walker. 23-21, the Lyman lead on the Benedict Ace board. Earl will serve again. Earl up and over, and it's off the tape. It falls on the Eagles side. 1-point game. 23-22, service ace for Earl off the tape. Timeout called by Lyman. We'll take one as well, as we are on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Eagle Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com and K9 Radio.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Lyman with a death grip on a 1-point lead here in the second set. 23-22. Rawlins will serve. They have sent Mackenzie Earl to the line. And Earl waiting for the signal to go. She gets it. A whistle, and away we go. Down by 1. Rawlins serves. Up by Bradshaw. Walker sets up Hansen on the attack. Just drives it into the net, and we've got ourselves a tie game. Late in set number 2, 23-all. Earl will serve again. Lyman needs a side out here. All level at 23 apiece. The serve is over. In the air by Bradshaw. Walker will set up near side. Hansen fires it over the top of the block. Dug up by Garcia. And Rawlins cannot track it down. Far side, it was out of play. That was Jerome trying to go after it and get it, and she just couldn't. Set point number 1 for Lyman. 24-23 on the Benedict's Ace scoreboard. Serve by Bryce Hansen is a top spin. It comes over. Serve received for Rawlins. Allie Edwards buries it. Right under the hands of Brooklyn Walker. We're tied again, 24-all. And this set will have to have some extra points. Allie Edwards, 24-all on the Benedict's Ace board. Gets it over. Bryce Hansen receives. Walker's back set. Nelson over the top of the block, dug up by Garcia. Hustling to get there was Earl. And it's punched over and down by Skylar Young. And now set point Rawlins. Brescia Hansen wanted her team to get tested late in clutch moments. Here you go. Allie Edwards serves. Received by Charles E. Rose. Walker sets up. Bradshaw near side. Off the arms of Palmer. Palmer is just going to try to tip it up and over, and it gets to the ground. Rawlins will take the second set. 26-24 the final on the Benedict's Ace board. We are level in the sets department, 1 apiece. We'll have more exciting volleyball for you in set number 3 on the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Eagle Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com and KNYN.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today. Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and Uintah counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Eagles! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
We are getting set to start set number 3. Eagles and Outlaws going back and forth. Lyman took the first set 25-16. Rawlins took the second 26-24. And the third is up for grabs now. Eagles in the all black on the right side. It'll be Rawlins in the red tops with the black numbers and the black shorts on the left side going left to right. First serve will be for Jesse Jerome, the junior. Lead off this third set. Rawlins, currently the number 1 ranked team in Class 3A Wyoming volleyball. Just one loss for them, losing to Cheyenne East last night. Eagles trying to hand him back-to-back losses, but they have to really settle in here. Dickerson's attack was blocked. Lyman gets it over on the second attempt. Set up Palmer, and that is Wright who fires it down. Heaton gets it in the air. Bradshaw over from the 10-foot line. Up in the air, that's a good try by Earl, and it's blocked out of bounds by the Eagles, so Earl will earn the point for Rawlins. Palmer jumps serve. Walker close to the net, sets up Bradshaw off the top of the block. Earl gets it in the air. And Jerome backs that attack near side. Palmer, that'll sail out of bounds, and we are level at 1 apiece on the Benedict's ace board. As we are in sets, 1 set, 1 by each team thus far. And so Sage Bradshaw will serve now for the Eagles. Bradshaw up and over. That is a diving serve receive for Melise Morgan. And Rawlins gets it over. Walker sets up Bryce Hanson. Dug up by Jerome. Here comes Rawlins. Earl into the net, and it's a Lyman 2-1 lead on the Benedict's ace board. Sage Bradshaw serving again. Her team up by 1. Here in set number 3. Jump serve, sliding in to get it was Edwards, tipped over. Bryce Hanson was waiting for it for Lyman. Walker sets up Hanson, near side off the block and out. Point Lyman, 3-1. So 3-1. Eagles on top in this third set. They had a big lead in the second set. Watched it fade away slowly as Rawlins just kept chipping away. No lead is safe against this Outlaw team. Bradshaw serves again at the net. Palmer tried to keep it on her side. It was very tight to the net, and it ends up going into the net, 4-1 as the Eagles lead. Bradshaw, another serve, hits the top of the tape and falls on the Lyman side of the court. Serve coming for Brooke Palmer. Palmer jump serve, arcs one down to Bradshaw. Walker sets up Hanson near side through the block, into the air by Earl. That's a tip from Wright. Covering was Heaton, and it's tipped right back over by Walker, and that one finds its way to the court. 5-2 Eagles on the Benedict's ace board. And Charles E. Rose will serve for the Eagles. Rose sends it into the net on a line drive right into the twine. And now Wright will be at the line for Rawlins. Maddie Wright floats it over. Charles E. Rose underneath it. Walker sets up Hanson off the block. That is going to land in, and it's a point for Rawlins. 5-4 the Eagle lead. And Maddie Wright will serve again. Tied at 1 set apiece on the Benedict's ace scoreboard. Back line, Heaton has it go off her arms and ricochet into the near side bleachers. We are level at 5 apiece. All tied up in the third set. Maddie Wright will serve again. Wright fires it over in the air for Charles E. Rose. Bradshaw sets up middle. Hanson off the block. That'll stay on the Outlaw half. And it's a point for Lyman, 6-5. Brooklyn Walker will serve now. Walker fires it over. Sent right back by Jerome. Walker sets up near side. Bradshaw through the block again and down. Rawlins is in the right place. They're just leaving too much of a gap between them and the net. And so every one of Hanson's attacks over the last few plays has been going off their block and down between them and the net. Serve receive for Palmer. Attack far side for Wright. That was Jerome on the attack. This is Bryce Hanson tipping it, and that time she's denied by Allie Edwards. 7-6 is the Lyman lead. Side out Rawlins. Here comes Mackenzie Earl. Earl lobs one over. Walker is going to set it near side for Hanson. She is blocked, kept alive for a moment by Lyman, and then out of play. It was last touched on the way out by Kenzie Sill, and we are even. 7-7 on the Benedict's ace scoreboard. Earl will serve again for the Outlaws. Long serve, too long and out of play, missed up and away. Eagles back in front and back to serve. 8-7 on the Benedict Ace board. Hansen approaches, jump serve, falls short in the air by Garcia. Tied to the net, Earl got it in the air, and it's attacked over by Young. Here comes Lyman trying to answer, and they're going to call a net touch, I believe. Not sure what the call is, but an infraction nonetheless on Lyman. So it's a 9-7 lead for the Eagles on the Benedict Ace board. Bryce Hansen will serve again. Hansen, short serve, just gets over, and Jackie Garcia has it careen off her arms and into the bleachers. 10-7 Lyman. And so Bryce Hansen still at the serving line for the Eagles. Hansen, top spin over into the air. Garcia, attack far side. That is Jerome. Walker's back set. Sill off the block and down. Kenzie Sill with the kill. Puts Lyman up by 4 on the Benedict Ace board. Hansen is still serving. This is an Eagle team that won this morning against Lander Valley in 4 sets. Earl sets up outside. Attacked by Jerome. Handled by Hansen. Walker sets up middle. And I think that was an attack by Nelson. Free ball over for Jerome. Hansen to Walker, this time to Bradshaw near side over the block. Dug up by Garcia. Earl tips it over. Diving in to keep it up is Hansen, and it will be just a back row attack for Bradshaw. Rawlins sets up. That's a short set and tight to Allie Edwards. And the dig goes into the net for the Eagles. 11-8. Lyman leading as Allie Edwards will serve now for Rawlins. Edwards over Charles E. Rose, first touch. This is tight to the net. Walker was able to get a touch on it, and it's pushed over by Nelson. Trying to tip it right back and go to the back line is Skylar Young, and she sends it too far out of play. Point Eagles, 12-8. They side it right back, and this is going to be another serve for Ashton Wells. Wells from dead center, 2 steps on the approach. Dug up by Garcia. Here comes the attack for Jerome. Dug up by Wells. Walker sets up. That is going to be Walker over the block. That goes cross court and in. And it's another point for Lyman. 13-8. Kill for Sage Bradshaw. 5-point lead on the Benedict Ace board in the 3rd set. All even at 1 set apiece. So Ashton Wells will serve again. The freshman. Goes right back to Garcia, who's on the serve receive. That is Young getting it over through the block of Lyman. Free ball pushed to the back line by Walker. Here comes Rawlins again. That was tight to the net, and it looks like crossing over was Mackenzie Earl, and it's going to be 14-8 Lyman. Timeout Rawlins as Aubrey Griffiths wants to talk things over with her team. 14-8 on the Benedict Ace board in the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Eagle Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com and K9 Radio.
When do you schedule doctor appointments?
In bed before I fall asleep.
In the car waiting to pick up my kids.
We can even do it after breakfast.
We all lead busy lives. Online appointment scheduling puts you in control. In just 90 seconds, you can make an appointment with a primary care provider or specialist at evanstonanytime.com. Select the day and time most convenient for you. Enter some basic information, and just like that, you're scheduled for care. Schedule appointments for next day and beyond at evanstonanytime.com.
Lyman on a little bit of a run here in the 3rd set. 14-8. It forced a timeout by Rawlins, and now we're back to play with Ashton Wells at the line. We're in set number 3, tied 1 set apiece. Ashton Wells will serve from the center. It is over, dug up by Palmer, set near side, too tight to the net, and unable to handle it is Skylar Young, as she was off balance anyway. 15-8 Lyman. In the 3rd set, Ashton Wells serves again. Garcia digs it up right to her setter, Earl. Big swing and an attack for Palmer, off the block and down. Much needed side out for Rawlins. They trail by 6, and now they make substitutions. Send on Melise Morgan and Maddie Wright. And it is going to be Morgan at the line serving for the Outlaws. Morgan off the serve. It's Bryce Hansen with the receive. And that is Dickerson with a strong attack, too strong and out of play. 15-10 goes the Lyman lead. And now they are going to change the call, and it's an Eagle point. 16-9, and I missed what prompted the change of heart by the referees, but it will be 16-9 Eagles. And here comes Raven Heaton. Heaton fires it over. That's a setup by Palmer, back row. That was a big swing for Mackenzie Earl, and on one touch it goes over from Lyman. And the attack attempt on the near side by Jesse Jerome goes into the net for Rawlins. Another point for the Eagles. 8-point lead, Heaton serving. Heaton top spin over. Set up by Earl, middle, Palmer kills it. 17-10 Eagles. And Rawlins gets a point back. Here goes Jesse Jerome. Serving for the Outlaws, top spin over, Hanson. Walker sets up, Bradshaw charging off the block, Rose back in the air, and punched down by Maddie Wright for the Outlaws. So Wright gets the kill. Jesse Jerome approaches the line, jump serve, Bryce Hanson serve receive. Bradshaw gets it near side, top spins it down, Edwards the one to dig it up. Wright, big swing into the net, 18-11. Lyman gets the point, and they now have a 7-point lead as Sage Bradshaw will serve. Third set action, one set, one by each side. And that's going to be a service ace for Sage Bradshaw. Right off the arms of Melise Morgan and out of play. Into the bleachers on the near side, Sage Bradshaw now will serve again. 19-11 Eagles. Bradshaw fires it over. Serve receive is in the air from Melise Morgan. Kept on the Rawlins side by Jerome and pushed over for the Outlaws. Here come the Eagles in transition. Dickerson, big swing off the arms of Jerome and out of play. 20-11. Eagles leading here in the third set. And a timeout called again by Rawlins. Eagles up by 9 on the Benedict Ace board. We'll be back on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Eagle Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com and K9 Radio.
Two roads diverged in a wood, and I had just purchased new tires at Plains Tire in Evanston. The trained tire technicians at Plains Tire expertly mounted, balanced, and aligned my new tires, so I was feeling good. While I was there, they changed my oil, checked my brakes, fixed my AC, and made sure my shocks were in tip-top shape. And with their lifetime alignment checks and tire rotations, I was ready to roll. So, thanks to Plains Tire, when two roads diverged in a wood, I took the one less travel. Plains Tire, 157 Fair River Drive, Evanston.
Nine-point lead for the Eagles on that Benedict Ace scoreboard, 20-11. Eagles on top in the third set, tied at one set apiece. Scores in the first two were 25-16 Eagles and 26-24 Outlaws. Sage Bradshaw will serve for Lyman. Bradshaw lets it fly, top spin over. Dug up there by Morgan. Big swing and an attack goes out of play. Near side attempt for Brooke Palmer, and it's 21-11. A double-digit lead for the Eagles. Bradshaw, top spin. Morgan receives. Long set, near side. Going to Palmer. Eagles handle it. Set up for Bryce Hanson. Right down the line and in. 22-11. Sage Bradshaw continues to his serve with an 11-point lead behind her. Jump serve, top spin off the tape. Able to get there in time was Mackenzie Earl. They'll set it up, Palmer near side. She just has to push it over. There's a tip by Brooklyn Walker, and into the net. Allie Edwards was diving in, and she ended up just pushing it forward and unable to reach it. Were her Rollins teammates. 23-11. Bradshaw still serving for the Eagles. Bradshaw top spins it over. Palmer on the receiving end of it. Jerome sets up off the block and out. Mackenzie Earl. And so a side out for Rawlins. 23-12. Brooke Palmer serving for the Outlaws, wearing the red jersey. White shoes, she approaches. That is a short serve, and the serve received by Bryce Hanson goes off her wrist and into the net. Unable to handle it are the Eagles. Service ace for Palmer. She'll try again. Palmer, the senior, approaches. Walker sets up. Eagles attacking. Dickerson, soft touch. It is in the air by Edwards. Palmer keeps it alive, and an over ball for Jerome. Walker in the air. Hanson, strong attack. One touch, headed right back to the Lyman side. Bradshaw tracks it down. Walker in the air, tight to the net. That's a tip for Hanson. Somehow she keeps it up. Rawlins tries the attack again. She's blocked. That was Wright going for it. Hanson got in the way, and Hanson and looked like Dickerson built the wall. 24-13. Eagles will serve set point number 1 here in the third. Trying to take a 2-1 lead. Charles E. Rose at the line. Her team up by 11. Rose, set point serve, gets it over. Received by Palmer. Jerome sets it up, far side. Edwards fires it over. Little trouble there for the Eagles, but they get it right back. Here comes Rawlins on the attack. Earl, big swing off the arms of Bradshaw and out. Earl with the kill. Keeps the Outlaws alive for now. They side out, and it will be Maddie Wright with the serve. Down by 10 in the third set. Wright will be at the line. And Wright hits it into the ground a couple of times. Now she's ready to go. Wright sends it over. Set up by Walker. Middle. Bryce Hanson attack. Off the block and out. Eagles take the third. 25-14 the final on the Benedict Ace board. We will play a fourth set now with the Eagles leading 2-1. On a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Eagle Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com and K9 Radio. Back after this.
This First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Bridger Valley Sports, also brought to you in part by T-Bar S Body Shop. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call 307-789-2639. And by Black's Fork Dental, providing comprehensive dental services, everything from basic maintenance to dental implants. Call 307-782-3630.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activity, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Check the weather forecast or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Lyman wins set number 3, 25-14, the final on the Benedict Ace board. We go to the fourth set now on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Lyman Eagle Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com. And if you're listening live, that's on KNYN 99.1 FM. So Lyman up 2-1, trying to close things out here. Rawlins trying to force a decisive fifth set. Eagles will have the serve. It'll be Raven Heaton doing the honors. Scores in the first 3 sets. Lyman won 25-16. Rawlins won 26-24. Lyman won 25-14. Heaton serves it over again. Rawlins is the defending 3A state champions, and Lyman's got a 2-1 lead on him. There's a good kill for Jesse Jerome, near side off the serve by Raven Heaton. So it's a 1-0 lead for the Outlaws. And now Jerome will serve. Her team up 1-0 on the Benedict's ace board. Bryce Hansen on the serve receive. That's Bradshaw cross court. Did she put it down? No, just barely long. Wide of that far sideline, and so it will be Jerome serving again. 2-0 lead for the Outlaws. Jerome jump serve, gets it over. Charles E. Rose, that's chased down by Walker on the far side, and somehow Hansen gets it over. Jerome sets up, and a big attack for Wright. A carry for the Eagles on the block, and so it's going to be a 3-0 lead for the Outlaws. They continue to serve with Jerome at the line. Jerome fires it over. That's Charles E. Rose getting it in the air. Walker sets up. Bradshaw off the block. Up by Jerome. Palmer sets up opposite side. Earl tips it. She is roofed, and the Eagles block is going to earn him a point. 3-1, Rawlins leads as Bradshaw goes back to serve. Bradshaw between the L and the E of Eagles on the basketball baseline. Jump serve as she tosses it high in the air. This will go right back over on one touch, and it's Bryce Hansen waiting there to punch it back down. 3-2 goes the lead for Rawlins. Bradshaw serves again. Lyman with a 2-1 lead on the defending 3A state champs. Bradshaw serving. Her team down a point on the Benedict's ace board. Just over the net it goes. That's Palmer that digs it up. Earl, far side, big, strong attack, and Bradshaw is able to dig it up. Walker sets Hansen over the block and too far out of play. Rawlins' lead is back to 2, 4-2 on the Benedict's ace board. Palmer will serve for Rawlins. Charles E. Rose off her shoulder and into the back wall. 5-2 on the ace by the Outlaws. Brooke Palmer will serve now for Rawlins. Jump serve, comes up short. Hansen is there, steps into it, and is able to get it up. Hansen now on the attack. She tips it and gets it to fall. 5-3, the Rawlins lead. Lyman playing from behind early in this fourth set, up 2-1. That one is right into the net on a serve by Charles E. Rose. 6-3 Outlaws. Maddie Wright will serve. Maddie Wright fires it over. It's going to be Walker getting it up for Hansen, who tips it, and into the net goes Rawlins. Point Lyman, 6-4. Substitutions now for both teams, as the Eagles will have Kenzie Sill come into the game. Brooklyn Walker at the line serving. Good strong line drive serve. Garcia in the air, blocked was Edwards. They'll try again this time with Jerome. Off the tape, Lyman unable to keep it alive as it goes cross court. Tightrope walked along the top of the net. And now 7-4 is the lead for Rawlins as Mackenzie Earl serves. Earl just over the top of the net. Bradshaw sets up middle. That's Nelson off the block and down on the Rawlins side. 2-point lead for the Outlaws. Eagles serve with Bryce Hansen. And so Hansen. Jump serve over, floats one. Garcia first touch going down to her knees was Earl to get it, and her set was just too far outside for Jesse Jerome to get a good beat on, and Rawlins loses control. It's a 1-point game. Eagles trailing and serving now. Bryce Hansen sends it over. In the air, Garcia. Earl just flicks it over her head high in the air, and it's a free ball punched over by Palmer. Far side attack, that was Kenzie Sill. Edwards, big swing, and she finds a crease, puts it away, and it's point Rawlins. 8-6, Outlaws on the Benedict's ace scoreboard. And now Edwards will serve. Edwards gets it over, Bryce Hansen receives it. Walker sets up Bradshaw over the top of the block, and Rawlins, 3 quick touches, right back over. There's a tip from Walker. One touch by Earl, and it's back over. Walker to Bradshaw. Off the block, handled by Garcia. Earl sets up far side. Palmer is blocked, and that one goes down on the Rawlins side. Big block for the Eagles. 8-7 Rawlins. Looks like Charles E. Rose will have a seat on the bench, as will Nelson. Into the game comes Ashton Wells. Serves it over. There's an ace. I don't even know if Rawlins was ready for it. We are tied 8-all in this fourth set. Maybe they didn't hear the whistle or something, but that just landed in the court. No attempt from Rawlins whatsoever. Wells serves it over. Top spin. That was Palmer. Set up by Earl. Back to Palmer. At the net. She puts it into the tape and back on her side. So it will be another Lyman point. They go in front 9-8 in this fourth set. Ashton Wells, who has been serving brilliantly thus far, will serve again. That's a top spin. Too far. Man, the announcer's jinx is real. Should have just kept my mouth shut. But Ashton Wells has looked very good from the serving line in this game. We're tied 9 apiece. And Rawlins will have Melise Morgan at the line. Morgan fires it over. Serve receive for Bryce Hansen. Walker in the air. Bradshaw is blocked. Big block for Jesse Jerome. And Rawlins goes back in front 10-9 on the Benedict Ace scoreboard. We are in the fourth set with Lyman leading 2-1. Rawlins' serve comes from Melise Morgan. Hansen gets it in the air. Walker, back set, weak side attack for Sill. Dug up by Edwards. Edwards now back row attack, puts some spin on it as Hansen digs it up. Walker sets up Bradshaw. She fires it home. We're tied 10-all. Set number 4 on the Benedict Ace board. It'll be a serve for Raven Heaton. Heaton at the line. Slaps it against the hardwood a couple times. Now she serves it over. Dug up by Palmer. Far side attack right. Charles E. Rose gets it in the air. Walker over to Bradshaw. Just a free ball. Flicks it back to the Rawlins side. Here come the Outlaws off the block. An attack by Jerome near side. Bradshaw tries to return the favor. Cross court. Palmer gets it in the air. Now Palmer gets the set. That is off the block. Handled by Heaton. Lyman has it now, trying to attack Bradshaw near side. Cross court with it. Palmer lifts it in the air. Middle attack for right. And that's Hansen who digs it. Walker sets up middle. Dickerson tips. Rawlins right back onto the Lyman side on one touch. Bradshaw tried to fire it back down, and Edwards dug it up. Rawlins attack far side for Palmer. This is Bradshaw returning it. Cross court attack. Palmer gets it in the air. And there's an attack for Jerome near side. Bradshaw in the air. Bradshaw fires. Earl is able to get it up with a set. Palmer off the block and down Lyman with a big block. Dickerson. 11-10 Eagles in this fourth set. Again, Lyman trying to put the match away. Rawlins trying to force a fifth. Here comes Raven Heaton to serve. Heaton gets it down. Earl on the serve receive. That's a tip over from Jerome. In the air, Bradshaw tries to tip it, and she is blocked by Jerome. 11-all on the Benedict Ace board. Jerome will serve now for the Rawlins Outlaws. 5-1 Rawlins against 6-3 Lyman. A Rawlins team that is ranked number 1 by YO Preps at the moment. In the air, Bryce Hansen. Walker sets up middle. Dickerson, big swing, and she misses wide of the near sideline. Rawlins back in front, 12-11 on the Benedict Ace board. Jesse Jerome will serve again. Outlaws get the play started. That is off the tape, and it falls down on the Lyman side. Finds the hardwood, 13-11 Rawlins. And away we go, Jesse Jerome. Jump serve, Charles E. Rose underneath it. That is Walker in the air, Bradshaw, big swing. Jerome gets it up, set it far side for Earl, she attacks. Hansen digs it, Walker sets it up, short for Bradshaw. Cross court, Earl digs it up. Jerome in the air, Earl will just tip it, and there is Heaton waiting for it. Walker back across, Bradshaw. Here comes Rawlins on the attack. Right is blocked, and it goes down. Bradshaw and Dickerson were there, and I think it was Bradshaw who made the primary play. 13-12 Rawlins. Eagles serving now. Sage Bradshaw will be at the line. Sage approaches and fires. Back row, backpedaling was Edwards. She got it in the air. Jerome across to Earl. That is off the tape and down on the Eagles side. 14-12 Rawlins. Brooke Palmer from the baseline of the basketball court. Palmer up and over. Rose gets it in the air. Walker sets up. Fired by Bradshaw. Cross court, off the block and down. That was actually Bryce Hansen with the kill. Bradshaw's in the back row at the moment. Hansen on the front row. Rose will serve. Her team trailing by a point on the Benedict Ace board. Rose. Line drive serve, and that'll be an ace off the hands of Melise Morgan. We are level, 14-all in set number 4. Eagles leading 2-1. Rose will serve again in a tie game. 14-14 on the Benedict Ace board from the far side. Rose dug up by Edwards. Right off the block, handled by Bradshaw. Tight to the net, tipped over by Walker. Right back, blocked by the Eagles. That time Hansen couldn't get the hands on it to block it. It's over and down for Rawlins. They're back on top, 15-14, and Maddie Wright will be at the line. Wright serves it. Received by Bradshaw. Hansen top spins it over. Into the air, Morgan. Attack near side, and Earl gets it to go. 16-14 Rawlins. They're back up by 2. Wright is at the serving line. Wright fires it over, just over the top of the tape. One touch by Hansen, right back to the Rawlins side. Edwards in the air. Earl will tip it. Coming up to get it is Walker. Hansen fires it right back. Jerome in the air. Earl, middle attack. Going to go to the back row where Sage Bradshaw gets it. Bryce Hansen with the tip and down just over the block. She sets it away. 16-15. Eagles trailing by 1. It's Brooklyn Walker to serve now for Lyman. Brooklyn Walker, the senior on senior night, serves it away, trailing by 1. 16-15 Rawlins on the Benedict Ace board. Earl back set. Edwards charging. She goes after it. Bradshaw digs it up. Walker, middle. Nelson, soft touch. Pancaked it for Jerome. And that's a free ball back over for Garcia. In transition, here comes Lyman. Bryce Hansen, big swing off the block and out, far side. And we've got ourselves a tie game again, 16-all in the 4th. And Brooklyn Walker will serve. Eagles leading 2-1. Walker, floater serve, that's an ace. Skylar Young dove for it, but just couldn't get a good grip on it. 17-16, Eagles in front. Walker serves again. Walker into the net, and we are tied. 17-17 on the Benedict Ace scoreboard. As now Earl will serve, and she can be dangerous from the line. Earl for Rawlins. Couple steps, hop, skip, and a jump, and she fires it over. Bryce Hansen gets it in the air. Jump set for Bradshaw. Hansen will attack off the block and down. It'll be a point for Rawlins, 18-17. Earl will serve again. From the near corner, Earl lets it go. Into the air by Bradshaw. Walker fires it forward, where it's just Bryce Hansen with the free ball over. Earl jump set. That is Jerome who kills it. 2-point lead for Rawlins. 19-17 on the Benedict Ace scoreboard. Earl will still serve. Up and over. That is Charles Rose off her shoulder and out. 20-17 on the Benedict Ace board, and a timeout called by Lyman. We'll step aside. When we come back, it's a 3-point Rawlins lead, and we will be on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Lyman Eagle Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.
This First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Bridger Valley Sports, also brought to you in part by Freeway Tire. With a friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service, and great prices come together. Call Freeway Tire at 307-789-8632. And by Hoover Chiropractic. Dr. Todd Hoover does all of the chiropractic work you need, as well as blood work, dietary supplements, a weight loss program, x-rays, and can help you get rid of migraines and allergies. Call Hoover Chiropractic at 307-789-0043.
Rawlins in front 20-17 in this fourth set. They try to force a fifth. Mackenzie Earl, the senior, will serve. Lyman trying to come back and win the game here in 4 sets. We'll see what happens. Bradshaw on the serve receive. This will be Bryce Hansen tipping it over. Covering behind was Earl. Edwards sets up. Big attack for Jerome. A diving Bradshaw on one touch sends it back to the Rawlins side. There's a tip from Earl. Walker gets it in the air. Bryce Hansen approaches, attacks. Off the block, it's handled by Earl. Far side, Jerome. Diving Charles E. Rose gets it. Sage Bradshaw in the air. Bryce Hansen spins it over. Earl sets up far side, Jerome. Off the block, touched a couple times, and it'll be point Rawlins. It'll be a lift going against the Eagles. 21-17. Outlaws in front on the Benedict's ace board. Here comes Earl to serve again. Right into the net, and that's a much-needed side out for the Eagles. They get handed the serve, and it'll be Bryce Hansen at the line, down 3. 21-18 Rawlins on the Benedict's ace board. Hansen, the junior, approaches and fires. Top spins it over. Earl sets it up. Back set, Edwards. Into the air, Walker. Hansen. And it'll be just an over from Sage Bradshaw. Back row going after it, Palmer. This will be Jerome. Soft touch over, arcs it to Bradshaw. And there's a tip for Walker. Kept in the air for Rawlins for now, but they can't get it back over. 21-19 goes the score. Lyman trails by 2, and Bryce Hansen will be at the line. Bryce Hansen on the approach. Jump serve. That is going to be just over the tape. Into the air, Earl, back row attack from Palmer. Too long and out of play. We've got a 1-point game, 21-20 Rawlins. Hansen serving for the Eagles. On the Benedict's ace board, Lyman has a 2-1 advantage. That's a short serve that lands at the 10-foot line. Tipped over by Earl. Walker gets it in the air. This will be a setup from Sill. Miscommunication. Sage Bradshaw barely gets it over. Earl, Edwards sets up. That'll be Jerome. Into the air, Charles E. Rose with the dig. Walker sets up Bradshaw off the block and down. Tied 21-21 in the fourth. Bryce Hansen will serve again. Hansen gets it over, and there's a service ace. Eagles lead by 1. Off the arms of Jackie Garcia, and a timeout taken by Rawlins. 22-21 Eagles on the Benedict's ace board. We'll step aside on the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Eagle Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com and KNYN.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Eagles and Outlaws going head-to-head here on a Saturday evening. And what a match it has been thus far. Bryce Hansen will serve as the Eagles lead 22-21 late in the fourth set. They also have a 2-1 lead on the Benedict's ace board. Hansen bounces it a few times. Now she serves. It's over, up by Edwards. Earl sets up Jerome, big swing. Charles E. Rose with a huge dig. Here comes Bradshaw, cross court. Kept alive by Rawlins for the moment. Free ball from Earl gets over. Bryce Hansen comes up to get it to her setter Walker, over by Nelson. Edwards will set it up. Far side Jerome, soft touch. Bryce Hansen is there to handle it. Walker back set, off balance. There's a kill for Kenzie Sill. 23-21 Eagles. The crowd is involved heavily at this point. Bryce Hansen will serve again. Her team up 2 on the Benedict's ace board. Hansen floats one, 10-foot line handled by Jerome. There's an attack by Edwards, blocked initially. Edwards pokes it back over. Walker sets up Bradshaw just off the tape. It is into the net. Rawlins has it fall on their side. 24-21 Eagles. What a job by Sage Bradshaw. Bit of a miscommunication between her and Nelson, but she got there and passed it over. Set point and match point number 1 for the Eagles. Hansen to serve, 24-21 on the Benedict Ace board. Edwards on the serve receive. Earl sets up Jerome, far side, pushes it to the back line. Here come the Eagles in transition. Bradshaw swings. It's off the arms of Mackenzie Earl and out. Sage Bradshaw finishes it, and the Eagles have just knocked off the number 1 team in 3A. Not only that, but the defending state champs have their second loss handed to them by none other than the Lyman High School Eagles right here on MyLocalRadio.com. And that is a monumental win for Brescia Hansen and her squad. Rawlins was ranked atop the 3A coming into this game, and the Eagles in 4 sets shock them. We're going to try to make sense of all of it when we come back on the Eagle Volleyball postgame show on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Eagle Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com and on KNYN.
This First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Bridger Valley Sports, also brought to you in part by T-Bar S Body Shop. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call 307-789-2639. And by Black's Fork Dental, providing comprehensive dental services, everything from basic maintenance to dental implants. Call 307-782-3630.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Check the weather forecast or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
We are back again on MyLocalRadio.com and KNYN. A final of 3-1 on that Benedict Ace scoreboard as we get you to the Eagle Volleyball postgame show. My name is Cullen Holt. Thank you so much for tuning in to what was a fantastic match between Lyman and Rawlins. And the Eagles upset the defending state champs in a big non-conference win for Lyman. So a lot to be happy about if you're Brescia Hansen. The Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Jimmy John's on 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fresh and fast meet. Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. We've got scores for you from all 4 sets. Lyman took the first, 25-16. Then in a close one, Rawlins won in extras, 26-24. And then it was Lyman taking control right back, 25-14 and 25-21 in sets 3 and 4 respectively to win this one against Rawlins. And I think that might shake up the rankings and the standings just a little bit with a big win from Lyman. That is your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Big games for everybody all the way down the roster, especially on senior night. And all 3 seniors contributed. Brooklyn Walker, the setter. Emma Nelson had a couple big kills. Kenzie Sill had a huge late kill as well. So Lyman wins it 3-1. A final on the Benedict Ace scoreboard. This has been your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, where they spend 6 hours daily slicing all the natural meats and fresh produce for your 30-second sandwich. 113 Front Street in Evanston, Jimmy John's. We'll be back with more of the Eagle Volleyball postgame show on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Eagle Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com, online, and on KNYN 99.1 FM.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Eagles! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Well, that sure was fun now, wasn't it? Eagles win 3-1. A final on the Benedict's Ace board. And it was a very big win for Lyman. Again, this is the defending 3A state champs we're talking about here in Rawlins, who they'd only lost one game coming into this one, and Lyman beats them in 4 sets. Let's take you to the McKay Frankham DDS precision play of the game. It's got to go to Sage Bradshaw with that kill for point number 25 in the 4th set to win it for the Eagles. The crowd was hyped. Everybody was fired up, and Sage Bradshaw came up big in a clutch moment. She wins our McKay Frankham Dental Services Precision Play of the Game. Brought to you by McKay Frankham Dental Services. Precision family dentistry at reasonable rates. 170 Arrowhead Drive, number 1 in Evanston. Call 307-789-8910. Again, the precision play of the game. Sage Bradshaw with the kill to end it. The Eagle Volleyball postgame show continues with the roundup calendar after a short break on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Eagle Volleyball. MyLocalRadio.com for the online video stream and KNYN 99.1 FM on the radio. I'm Cullen Holt. Back in a moment.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
Evanston Regional Hospital is an affiliate of the University of Utah Health. Our partnership builds on a long tradition of collaboration between Evanston Regional Hospital and University of Utah Health. Inside these doors, our dedicated staff is committed to being your caring partner in your healthcare journey. Whether you need an MRI or surgery, are expecting a new baby, or you're having a heart attack, Evanston Regional Hospital is here to help. Evanston Regional Hospital. Healing begins here.
There is a look at the roundup calendar for this last week, and what a week it was for Bridger Valley Athletics. Let's just walk you through it game by game. Mountain View Volleyball at Kemmer. They won on the road there. That was their first conference game. Then the next day on a Thursday, Lyman Golf goes to conference. That's a 2-day event. Stockton Walker had a very good couple of days. Finished 6th in the conference and finished all conference. So congratulations to him. He was honored at senior day here as well. So Stockton Walker with a big day for Lyman Golf. Lyman Cross Country and Mountain View Cross Country had some events over those couple of days. And then we go to Friday, where both Lyman and Mountain View football had big games. Lyman had their conference opener at Cokeville. They shut out the Panthers 16-0 the final in that one. And then Mountain View football had a huge conference opener. They went to Lovell trying to bounce back after a loss to Evanston, playing the number 1 team in 3A, and they upset Lovell 12-9 on the road. So how about the Buffaloes as well? And Lyman Volleyball and Mountain View Volleyball both got wins last night as well. Lyman won this morning in a big volleyball match against Warland. against Lander Valley. We had the Mountain View game against Worland, so both Mountain View and Lyman beat the state runner-ups Worland from last year. Then Lyman tonight beats the state champions from last year in 3A, Rawlins. So it has been a huge, huge week for Bridger Valley Athletics from top to bottom. Lyman girls swim. By the time I walked into the gym here, they were in the middle of a duel with, I believe, Evanston and one other team, and Lyman girls swim has been breaking school records and having some fun left and right. So we'll get you updated on that. If you want to hear all about the results and the upcoming games, you can tune into the Valley Sports Show. That will be coming up on Wednesday. It's every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. on KNYN, 4:30 p.m. on KEDQ, and living forever on the internet on MyLocalRadio.com. I, myself, the voice of the Valley, Cullen Holt, will host, and we'll talk all things Bridger Valley athletics. Hope we'll see you then. We'll have some more live games for you next week, including some Mountain View football. We haven't had them live since their scrimmage against Green River, but we'll have them this week in a big home game in the home opener for the Buffaloes as well. So be sure to tune into that and much more on MyLocalRadio.com, and check us out on the radio as well. A big thank you to everyone for tuning in. This was a fantastic match and a 3-1 win in sets for Lyman over the defending state champs and the number 1 team in 3A, the Rawlins Outlaws. A big thank you to all of our sponsors as well that make this happen and give us the opportunity to bring you some live Bridger Valley athletics. For myself, I'm Cullen Holt, our fantastic producer back in the studio, Alyssa McDaniel, and everyone at My Local Radio. We will talk to you guys next time.
This broadcast has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Special thanks to executive producer Val Cook, office manager Kayleen Anderson, sales manager Julie Burley, Rich's Matthew Peterson, and Evanston's Elon Olive, and production assistant Alyssa McDaniel. And a big thank you to our fine sponsors. Thank you for tuning in to the First Bank of Wyoming broadcast of Bridger Valley Sports. For archive games, talk shows, and interviews, visit MyLocalRadio.com. Like and follow My Local Radio Sports on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all things local athletics.